a lot of boots and cats in that song. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to our television episode of the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs, where we come to you all nice and tame. Allegedly, this may be streaming live anyway, because, sometimes fingers and buttons and presses don't always go right. But either way, however you're watching it, down the road or when we are streaming it, we're happy to have you. So I'm the People's Choice. As always, we got the Nubian Sumo. This time it's a double T-shirt day because I am representing the OG of what it used to be, the WWE Network, at just $9.99 a month, ladies and gentlemen. And then see, the Nubian Sumo is rocking a little bit of Bullet Club Retro. Go and tell us about that.
Yes. May 3rd, 2013 is the day the Bullet Club was born. 11 years of Bullet Club. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt today.
Do we have to hit him with it? Whoop, whoop, too sweet. Whoop, whoop, too sweet. Whoop, whoop. There you go. So,
went on this week. I mean, think about it. We got Tiffany Stratton celebrated her birthday on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock celebrated his birthday on the 2nd, which, by the way, is the same day as my father's birthday.
Okay.
Happy belated birthday, Pops. Oh, I forgot. He don't like to call him.
Senior.
That's it. Like I said, the 3rd was Bullet Club, the Bullet Club's anniversary.
Oh, we know, Ben. We know.
The 4th, may the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're a Jedi fan, we don't like them Jedi. It's all about revenge.
Come on now. I'm a fan of both. I like Star Trek and Star Wars.
No,
and then tomorrow,
nobody cares about the Jedi. It's all about the Sith.
Oh well, anyway. And then tomorrow, being Cinco de Mayo, a celebration of drinking for Americans, because nobody seems to know what the real holiday is about. Who cares?
It's about the 5th of May. That's what it's about.
But today was I forgot to mention, today was the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby. So, I had to bring this back out. The Mint Julep Cup.
Oh my goodness.
If you want to know what's going in it tonight, you got to go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Or catch us live, streaming live on Facebooks and stuff where we get to turn it up and turn it out officially.
Celebrate Ohio.
Oh, Lord, you rocking at IPA? Woo, very nice.
I finally got it.
Very nice. How long did it take?
Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his 316.
What?
So this is going to be a Stone Cold episode. What?
Oh, look at that.
Open up a can of whoop-ass.
Take that sip. How is it? Ladies and gentlemen, please don't try that at home. This is a trained professional. Yep. God bless.
Well, yeah.
And you just scared about 3 third world countries.
What?
Yeah. Thank you, Nubian Sumo, for taking it way to the extreme. You could at least did 2 gulps. But, I guess if you're going to go ham, you're going to go ham.
I'll do 2 beers.
Oh, God. So, moving on.
What?
Moving on. This is night 2.
And not to forget,
WWE's draft.
We got Cody back.
a little Cody special. So we're going to start touching on night 2. We're going to cover the first round. And remember, night 2 was on Raw. So this will be our impressions and feelings about night 2 of the draft. So first round of the draft, believe it or not, Raw had first pick, and they chose Imperium in whatever current form or fashion it may be in. Raw countered. Remember, last week we were like, well, where's the other number 1 pick? Or what should be a number 1 pick? So SmackDown went ahead and secured Jade Cargill for their number 1 pick. Then Raw countered Jade with Damage Control, and SmackDown decided to continue to have the KO show on the Blue brand. And that rounded out the first picks of the night of the second part of the draft. So we'll be back, and we're going to get into some meat and potatoes and allow Stone Cold Sumo Austin to get a couple belches out to make sure that his heart doesn't explode. Well, that was quick. He's still here with us, so obviously that ticker's still working. Just as a reminder, we're talking about night 2 of the WWE draft, reactions to it as the Nubian Sumo is hitting that Stone Cold IPA. We're going to jump into the second round and the picks that came through that. So believe it or not, the voice of the voiceless was the first pick for Monday Night Raw. That was CM Punk in round 2. The Pride was SmackDown's counter to CM Punk. Then the monster among men, Braun Strowman, has resurfaced and returned and was chosen by Raw. Is this a precursor to, I don't know, maybe 6 people coming around a Wyatt? We shall find out. Or just another piece of the pie. Alexa Bliss. And then, speaking of ladies of wrestling, SmackDown ended the second round with somebody you mentioned earlier. Happy belated birthday once again to Tiffany Stratton. So that was the second round. Third round jumped it up a little bit more, gave us a little LWO action for Monday Night Raw. And then keeping with the Lucha theme, SmackDown picked Legado del Fantasma. Then Drew McIntyre came in to Monday Night Raw as their pick. And Shinsuke Nakamura is still rocking and rolling on SmackDown. So just to take it midway and see what your thoughts are, Sumo. We've already got on the Raw side Imperium, Damage Control, CM Punk, Braun Strowman, the LWO, and Drew McIntyre. SmackDown, 3 rounds in, has done Jade Cargill, Kevin Owens, The Pride, Tiffany Stratton, Legado del Fantasma, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So removing night 1 aside, what's your thoughts on how it's hitting now for the first 3 rounds of the draft for night 2?
Well, you got Imperium, which you've kept them on Raw, which is interesting, seeing that. Did Sheamus ended up going to Raw as well, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So that keeps. And you got Strowman on Raw. So you're looking at a big man's division right now in Raw, which is interesting. You know, you get a lot of your big guys and your monsters. You know, the meat division, is they probably gonna call it, since they like to chant meat with those big guy matches now.
Yeah,
and then
with Bronson Reed,
right, and then you got Jade Cargill going over to SmackDown with Bianca Belair. They're SmackDown's number 1 from the first night, so that keeps them together. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Naomi wound up going to SmackDown as well. So, So you got Black Girl Magic all intact.
Yep. And that's two African American females and two females in general that were selected in two different nights for first round. So that's pretty huge, right? That's history in the making again, and setting that precedent of the future. Talking about AEW and pillars, that Triple H is really starting to show where his focus is if we're going to equate it to pillars. So that was a big deal.
So you separated LWO from Legado del Fantasma. Mm-hmm. So then you're not going to have that feud anymore. But then Carlito was drafted still within the LWO.
Yeah, there's going to be some interesting situations, especially considering that Monday everything goes live for the draft. So yeah, there's the Imperium issue, and figuring out what's going to happen with Vinci, and then we've also got the Carlito issue and how that's going to play out, or does it work out to where he just goes to Legado del Fantasma?
Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see where it goes.
That way, so I don't know. But from my interpretation, I think this one was a little bit more heavy hitting. We did have a night one, I will say, on SmackDown a week ago. A lot more of an NXT presence to start off. Thus far, we haven't hit any NXT in the first 3 rounds of night 2. That could change. When we come back in a second, we'll talk about the last 3 rounds of night 2. So we may have some special call-ups from the NXT side of things. But at least from the beginning pace, it's not showing any strong presence or thoughts on the NXT thing. They were just pulling some heavy hitters to make sure it's locked in. So when we get back, we'll discuss that. And who knows, Sumo may take another hit of some Broken Skull IPA. Just like that, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You thought it was going to be long and drawn out, but nope, we show up nice and quick, and there it is, as promised, that 316 can taking another hit and a puff. So that's Cody and Stone Cold all happening at the same time, back and forth. So congratulations, Sumo, on being able to make that a cohesive transition, all while representing the Bullet Club. You are a savant, sir.
Hey, you had Cody and you had AJ today, both Bullet Club, in a main event in France. So, yeah, you got to do what you got to do, right?
There you go. As main event Jey Uso would say, yeet. So, as we jump into the last 3 rounds of night 2 of the WWE draft, gets a little bit more interesting. So Raw opens up with the Judgment Day. So that means that Rhea has a home since she's not a champion anymore. So she will stay on Raw. Dominic stays on Raw. Both of those are on injury reserve right now. Hopefully they get better. Naomi, as you mentioned, went to SmackDown. So she's still with her husband and other potential situations that could come up with the bloodline. From NXT, Ilya Dragunov got called up to Raw. So finally we got some NXT action. And then we have Chelsea Green and Piper Niven coming in on the SmackDown side. So still, just from what I can count, SmackDown is very female heavy. We have not heard about Charlotte and where she's going to end up when she comes back. That's an X factor that's out there as well, just putting it out there in the ether. For round 5, Raw picked the New Day. So as it stands right now, the New Day is just Xavier Woods and Kofi. Hoping upon hopes that Big E can, come back just as Daniel Bryan did, just as Shawn Michaels was able to, just as Edge was able to from a neck injury. He's not trying to rush it, but at the same time, I just hope he gets one more opportunity to get in that squared circle and wrestle. So please keep Big E in your prayers. He's, a great human being from everything that we've heard, we can see, and he's keeping his hopes up, but we know where he belongs, and that's in the squared circle and where he deserves to end his career. But coming off of that, SmackDown selected a tag team of Pretty Deadly. Raw went back to NXT and pulled Lyra Valkyria. And Candice LeRae, along with Indy Hartwell, were drafted to SmackDown. Still don't know where Dexter Lumis is, by the way. I'm assuming he's still with the company. I don't think he's injured, but Indy once in a while keeps up the gimmick of the marriage. So interesting. Just wanted to put that craziness out there. And
he's coming. He's coming.
I hope so. Because
on the way.
That was one of my three favorite gimmicks from NXT. Cameron Grimes, Dexter Lumis, and the Velveteen Dream. Those three.
Rumor has it Dexter Lumis is one of the 6.
Ooh, that would be interesting. Or could it be Malachi Black?
No.
Well, we don't know when the 6 is going to debut, how it's going to happen. We just know that some is going to be sprinkled throughout the 3 shows.
You're right. We don't know, but at this point, they're saying that it is being said that the last, one of the last promos that they did, the videos that they've been doing, had this number and letter sequence, and it was broken down that where it actually names everybody that's going to be part of the 6.
Really, in a cipher? Interesting.
It gives the first letter of each person's name in the cipher.
I'm glad they are stretching this out, though, because we're ready for it, but we don't need it to be just given to us. We need to work for it, and that's keeping Bray's spirit alive. So I'm happy it's working this way, and I think the payoff is going to be immense. Probably Survivor Series. What do you think? Survivor Series or SummerSlam that will get the debut?
I'm thinking SummerSlam.
Okay, so right around August.
I'm thinking SummerSlam.
Okay.
They're gonna wait. They'll use that for the Wyatt 6, and they'll wait for Survivor Series to do like a War Games with the Bloodline Civil War Games.
That would be interesting. Bloodline versus the Wyatt 6.
No. I'm talking about Team Roman versus
Team Solo. Oh yeah, we can see that. This is starting to shape up to. So you're advancing in the backlash, but the optics of this reminds me of Marvel's Civil War. Captain America versus Iron Man. And, they're just gathering troops together. Or at least Solo is. Roman.
Solo right now, yeah.
Roman's a little bit behind the 8 ball, but we know he's at least got the Usos. However they put that together. But we still need some more surprises in this mix. Because right now, we'll get into it on our Unhinged show. But who Solo is put together has got Paul Heyman shaking in his very expensive shoes. And his Hall of Fame ring. But we'll round out the rest of the picks when we come back from this quick situation. So that's our go-home moment right there. So as we're taking it home, ladies and gentlemen, round 6 of night 2 of the draft was first with Raw, Final Testament, which I thought was interesting. And then SmackDown countered that with DIY, which technically puts all of the way together with the exception of Austin Theory. Big Bronson Reed, as we mentioned earlier, talking about some of those meet chance, ends up going to Raw. And then Blair Davenport gets drafted from NXT to go to SmackDown. So just recapping the final 3 rounds of night 2. For Raw, you have the Judgment Day, Ilya Dragunov, New Day, Lyra Valkyria, Final Testament, and Big Bronson Reed. SmackDown selected Naomi, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, Pretty Deadly, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, DIY, and Blair Davenport. There will still be some supplemental position fillings throughout the course of this weekend, so that way the shows will be complete. But looking at it overall, was this a worthwhile, in your opinion, draft? Because we're stuck with this for another year. Or is there a different way you wish it would have gone?
No, I don't feel like it was anything different that needed to be done. I mean, you've pretty much established that the women's tag team title picture will happen within SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
You've pretty much established a big, like I said earlier, a meat division within Raw. You know, you got a lot of the women going over, a lot of the significant women going over to SmackDown. So the women's division is going to be strong within SmackDown. A lot of the fact you split up the factions pretty much to where they got to have new storylines with the factions, because everybody that was going up against everybody right now has been split up. You know,
right.
Pride is going to SmackDown. The Final Testament is going to Raw, so that breaks up. You got Legato LWO versus Legato, and they've been split up. So we'll just have to see what happens. You know, it's decent what they did. I don't see a reason to change or switch up anything at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I still wish it would be a true draft. And what I mean by that is everybody's up for grabs, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and you do a real lethal lottery, and whatever it is, it is. Your champions can be protected, that's fine, but you actually draft people. And I know people are like, well, NXT is like the farm league, or they may not be ready. But sometimes just to shake things up, it doesn't have to be everybody. It could be your more tenured, like the Ilias and Braun Breakers and stuff like that. But those that have been there should be entered within the draft. Doesn't have to deplete all of NXT, but at the same time, there should have been more available to be drafted, and it should have been a round robin. You got a comment coming from the tweets or the Twitters or the X's saying, doing a survey in the 1980s rivalry between Macho Man and Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan, who did you want to win? Honestly, I was on Team Savage back then.
Yeah, I was too.
And
I was too. I was Team Savage.
Said my prayers and took my vitamins and all that stuff, and still marked out to a real American. But yeah, but I will tell you this as well. When there you go, when Elizabeth and Macho came back together, oh, it was crocodile tears, man. Woo! That moment, or even technically when Hogan came to the rescue. Yeah, I am. Hey, sometimes don't you act like you didn't mark out. I did. You were sitting right there, like, come on now.
I really didn't.
Yes,
I really didn't. No, I didn't. No.
Yes, you did. Okay. Let's pull that away. You know what I meant with a feel-good moment. You know what I meant with a feel-good moment. What about? I know you had a reaction. I know you popped when Jake the Snake pulled that cobra out and it bit Macho. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Hey, I've said from the beginning, I'm a heel. I'm a fan of the heel. Okay. I'm a heel. I've always been a heel
Macho
fan.
was a heel, at that point.
Macho was heel at that time.
With Hogan?
With Hogan he was, but not with
That's just
Jake.
what he was talking about.
That's what he was talking about, but you switched it to Jake.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when Elizabeth came back into the picture and they hugged, and it was just like right there in the ring, and you heard Gorilla Monsoon.
But he became a face while he was with Hogan and whatnot. I liked him better with Cherry.
You didn't like him in WCW?
No, I didn't like him at all in WCW. I'm sorry, no, I didn't. WCW didn't know what to do with
it. That. We look forward to gaining everybody and even more people, because I will tell you this is the TV show. Just be prepared.
Wait, hey, give us about another 15 minutes and head on over to YouTube.
Be prepared. Be you warned, actually, I should say. We're nice and cavalier now, but what's about to happen once we jump off of the all nicey nice show and we get into the minutia of what we really do,
because we're the Gold Cup, evil lurks.
That's right. What's going to be in there ain't a couple haters. I can tell you that.
No couple haters. No couple haters.
Ain't no softer what's about to come, and you can't teach that. Shout out to Enzo Amore. So for the TV side of things, we'd like to thank everybody for joining in. Random Rick, appreciate you stopping by and following the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs.
Keep up with us.
That's right. We saw Ben roll in and let us know that, hey, we recording out there into the wilderness. Sometimes people just need to see us. And then give us a few moments, since we are live streaming, and we'll be back with the unhinged version, the natural version, the hard times version, or I guess apropos for $9.99 tonight, you could get to see the Bullet Club version of the Saturday Night Wrestlemaniacs. So until we jump back on your
about to be stone cold out this some.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Because the newbie said so.
We gotta pay bills. Calm down. We gotta pay bills. So we gotta do what we gotta do. But like I said,
by Fort Most. What?
We'll be back. Calm down, killer. Calm down. So thank y'all very much. We'll see you in a few moments, or in your picture too.
By Fort Most.